It's me, MLB. Here is chapter 63 of Heard You Like Me, and this one is titled Spicy to Chaos. You stared up into her eyes, but she didn't give any more of her thoughts away, and just left it at that as she waited for your reply. You want to do more? You asked breathily. She nodded. What do you have in mind? You asked. I want to feel close to you, she said softly as she bent down over you, her long hair, that was now out of her usual ponytail, brushing across your bare stomach as she slowly bent lower and lower. Well, you can do whatever you want to me, baby, you said with a little smirk, trying to play it cool, but inside this was like some wild-ass dream coming to life right before your eyes, and you didn't know whether to laugh or cry. It was so unbelievable. She slowly leaned all the way down and kissed you lightly on the chest, and then moved up to your lips, and you let her kiss you, relaxing into her mouth as it moved with yours. You and Momo had only ever really lightly kissed, but she was ready and willing to explore a little deeper now, and your tongues got a little more involved. Oh, how interesting. You thought, not even Kyoko has ventured this far. I'm surprised Momo has initiated this, but I guess if her and Kyoko had been talking, they could have talked about what they've done with me. I wonder if Momo's feeling a bit left behind. I hope she's not doing this and pushing herself to move faster than what she's comfortable with. As her tongue slid against yours again, you suddenly lifted your hands and placed them on her shoulders and pulled her back a bit so that you could look her in the eye and ask her the question that you had just been thinking about. Hey, you said gently, I don't mean to pry, and you don't have to tell me, but you were talking with Kyoko earlier when I went to get my board, and I just want to make sure that this, you wanting to do more with me, wasn't brought on by talking to her and feeling like you needed to catch up or something. You asked. You don't have to answer, but listen, you go at the pace you want to. I'm totally fine with holding hands and doing little kisses. We don't need to be rushing things. Oh, Momo said with surprise. No, Kyoko and I were talking about her and myself and just having a little heart-to-heart. I think it's important that her and I talk too, and not always have you as the middle person. We're mature girls and we can sort things out by talking with each other if there's ever a problem. But I can assure you that everything is fine. I'm also going to explore the idea of maybe getting a little closer with Kyoko too, she offered shyly. Please don't say anything, but I would like for her to feel welcome by me also. It's a bit of a step for me, but I do think very highly of her, and I would like for us all to share intimate moments together, all three of us. Okay, now that was hot. You got some pretty spicy thoughts from that one, and at that moment you thanked the entire universe that she couldn't see your mind's images because, wow, they would have caused a stir. Okay, that's beautiful and amazing, and I'm honestly gobsmacked because I know you and I know how much of a step this is for you, but I'm glad you feel comfortable telling me and I'm excited to see where this goes, but please don't feel like you need to hold anything back. Talk to me, okay? I'll understand, you said, placing your hands on her waist. I know, Yin, and thank you, she said before giving you another kiss. I just wanted to check and make sure that you were okay tonight. You went a little quiet after I called Jirou by her first name, you said. Oh, yes, I'm fine, I promise. I spoke to Kyoko about it and it's okay, she said with a smile, sliding one hand down your side and playing with the top of your underwear. So you slid your hands down to her backside and squeezed, which made her giggle. Well then, maybe we should take these clothes off, you offered, tapping her backside. Oh, I think that would be a great idea, she said, her fingers slipping under your underwear band and tugging on it, so you lifted your hips up and she got off to tug them down. That next morning the sun was bright, the day was alive, and you felt so good you even woke up singing. You're unusually vocal this morning, Mina asked you as you came strolling into the kitchen, beatboxing terribly to a song in your head. It is Wednesday, my dudes, you said, stopping in the doorway and throwing your head back as you let loose this yell that started low and then started getting higher and higher in pitch, and then suddenly Danky joined in and you both got up to the highest scale that you felt was good enough and then stopped, high-fived each other with a grin, and then you walked into the pantry and he walked past the kitchen table to the other end and put the TV on, and Mina was just left standing there looking like, what the heck was all that about? Mina, have you seen Yin? Momo asked in an out-of-breath voice as she came running in. Mina just pointed to the pantry, and Momo looked in that direction. Yin, are you here? She called. Potatoes, you called back. Yin, please, she called. Nope, you shouted in reply. Just a little? She asked in a begging voice that even Mina had to admit that she would have done anything if Momo had used that voice on her. Bro, I have 2 eyes. You can't just do a little because that would mean you'd only do 1 eye and then I would look like a gay pirate. Not that that's a bad thing by any means. Slay the high seas, that's what I'm saying. But no, it's a no, you replied bluntly. Mina burst out laughing. Oh my god, this is so out of context and I love it. But what the hellionce is going on here? She asked with a laugh. I want to put a little mascara on Yin and she won't let me, Momo pouted. You poked your head out of the pantry and made your mouth movements as big as possible. No, you said with an exaggerated expression. Oh, Yin, you would look so gorgeous, Momo said sadly. Just then Jirou walked in and you spotted her immediately. Kyoko, save me, Mum's trying to force me to be pretty, you wailed to her. You're already pretty, Jirou said. See? You said, clicking your fingers at her, but looking at Momo. Kyoko says I'm already pretty. Mina smirked and leaned back against the bench top with arms crossed lightly across her chest, watching this whole thing unfold in front of her. There was always something amazing going on with you and those around you. Please, Momo begged again, and you sighed. You're just not going to give up, are you? You asked her. It'll make your eyes really pop, she said brightly. Listen, I've already got a quirk. I'm not trying to see into the future as well, you replied, and Jirou snorted with amusement. Momo then walked over and took you by the arm to drag you back to the room, and you moaned and groaned as you were pulled from the kitchen. Jirou watched you go with Momo, and then turned to Mina. Never a dull moment, she said. Never a dull moment, Mina replied with a chuckle. I wonder why Momo suddenly wants to put makeup on Yin. I have no idea, Jirou said, as she then headed into the pantry to get food. It was literally 10 minutes later when you stalked back into the kitchen area in your uniform and looked at Mina and she nearly fell over. Yin, she gasped. Don't even say it, you warned. No, honestly, you look amazing, she gasped. Wow. You're all being paid to compliment me, you accused her. No, seriously, you're gorgeous. You have really long eyelashes. I didn't even realize, she said in awe. No, apparently this mascara is a lash lengthening one or something, you said. How long do I need to keep this stuff on for? All day, Momo said as she entered behind you. Ugh, you groaned. Momo, you've done amazingly, Mina praised her. Yin looks amazing. Jirou was just standing there quietly with a blush on her cheeks, and you tuned into her inner thoughts to see what she was thinking. Wow, she said internally. Mascara has really given Yin a bit of an edge. I kind of dig it. And there is the end of chapter 63. I hope some of you remember the Vine that I am referencing there with the It's Wednesday, my dudes. If not, just type it into YouTube, It's Wednesday, my dudes, and it will come up. And hopefully I've done a good enough rendition of it. I will see y'all next week for more Heard You Like Me, and I'll see you tomorrow for Zero. See you then.